Once upon a time, in a village nestled amidst the green hills of Ghana, there lived a woman called Akosua. She was married to a kind-hearted man named Kwame. They have been happily married for many years. However, their joy was marred by the fact that they were unable to have children. Akosua had suffered several miscarriages, each one a painful blow to their hopes of starting a family. Despite their struggles, Kwame never wavered in his love and support for Akosua. He believed with all his heart that one day they would be blessed with a child. But Mamiya, Kwame's mother, always gave Akosua a tough time. She is always threatening to send Akosua out of her husband's house if she fails to give her a grandchild. The people in the village began to whisper. They said Akosua was cursed, that she practiced dark magic. That is why she kept on having different miscarriages. These rumors hurt Akosua deeply, but she remained strong, clinging to the hope that one day they will prove the villagers wrong and she will be able to give her mother-in-law a grandchild. Finally, after many years of heartache, Akosua discovered that she was pregnant again. This time, the villagers watched with a mix of skepticism and anticipation, waiting to see if history will repeat itself again. Everyone's astonishment, Akosua carried the pregnancy to full term and gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Asante. The village erupted in joyous celebration, and people came to see the beautiful baby girl named Asante. Akosua's joy knew no bound. Kwame and Akosua became happy again, blessed with the fact that they now have a child. Little did they know that their problems were just about to begin. Mamiya, Kwame's mother, wasn't happy with the fact that Akosua's baby was a girl. Right from the moment Akosua came into that family, she never liked anything about her. She further went on to complain that she would have preferred a grandson, not a granddaughter. Despite Akosua's efforts to win her mother-in-law's affection, Mamiya's disapproval lingered like a dark cloud over their household. Akosua felt bad, confused, and didn't know what to do. This is a mother-in-law that has been disturbing her to provide a grandchild. Now she has a child and her mother-in-law is disturbing for a grandson, not a granddaughter. Mamiya became desperate to turn Kwame's eyes away from Akosua, and she decided to visit a herbalist and told him to prepare a magic potion that would turn Kwame's eyes away from Akosua instantly. And the herbalist went ahead and told her to take this magic potion and put it into Kwame's food. One fateful day, Mamiya served Kwame a meal laced with the magic potion. Instantly, his love for Akosua and her daughter turned to resentment, and he began to treat Akosua and their daughter with cruelty. Under the influence of his mother's manipulations, Kwame took a second wife, Ama, in the hopes of finally giving his mother a grandson. Ama was a young, beautiful maiden. Mamiya was the one who introduced Ama to Kwame. In a very short while, Ama told Kwame that she was pregnant, and they all rejoiced, and she gave birth to a son, whom they named Kofi. Their joy knew no bound, especially Mamiya. She started mocking Akosua, raining all sorts of insults on her. but she suffered in silence. Her heart was heavy with grief and betrayal from her dear husband Kwame. As time passed, Ama's demeanor began to change. At first, it was subtle, a harsh word here, a cold glance there, but soon her true colors began to show. Ama's jealousy and insecurity drove her to treat Akosua with increasing cruelty and malice. She became a thorn on Akosua's flesh. She would belittle Akosua in front of Kwame, questioning her worth as a wife and a mother. Ama would make snide remarks about Akosua's cooking, her appearance, and even her love for their daughter. Kwame, under Ama's spell, would nod in agreement, adding fuel to the fire of Akosua's despair. In one particular heart-wrenching incident, Ama accused Akosua of trying to poison her son. Despite Akosua's tearful protest of innocence, Kwame sided with Ama, believing her lies over his first wife's words. The rift between Akosua and Kwame deepened, tearing at the fabric of their once happy family. But Ama's cruelty didn't stop there. She would sabotage Akosua's efforts around the house, deliberately ruining her chores and blaming her for any mishaps that occurred. Ama would withhold food from Akosua, claiming she didn't deserve to eat the same meal as the rest of the family. Even worse, Ama would turn Kwame against Akosua, poisoning his mind with lies and manipulations until he no longer trusted his first wife. Kwame's support for Ama only emboldened her, fueling her malicious behavior and driving deeper wedge between him and Akosua. Despite the pain and suffering she endured, Akosua remained resilient, holding on to the hope that one day Kwame would see the truth and realize the error of his ways. But until that day came, she would continue to suffer in silence, her spirit battered but unbroken in the face of Ama's wickedness. Years passed, and one day, a stranger arrived at Kwame's compound, claiming that Ama's son was his. The stranger narrated that he and Ama were already into a relationship, and Ama was already pregnant for him before Kwame married her. Kwame was shocked to hear this news and didn't believe the stranger, so he decided to call Ama to say the truth herself. Ama was shocked immediately she saw the stranger and couldn't help but confessed to Kwame that she was already pregnant for this stranger before Kwame came for her hand in marriage. She tried to apologize, but Kwame was shocked and enraged, and he cast Ama out of the house. And unable to bear the truth of his wife's deception, he asked Ama never to return to that home again. Mamiya, on the other hand, was surprised to hear this news, and she said to herself, "This girl is not as good as I thought after all." Realizing the grave mistake she had made, Mamiya sought out the herbalist to undo the harm she had caused. She went to the herbalist and pleaded with him to please lift the poisoned charm on Kwame's eyes. As the charm was lifted from Kwame, he was overcome with remorse and regret for the pain he had inflicted upon Akosua and their daughter. He begged for their forgiveness, vowing to make amends and rebuild their shattered family. In time, Akosua became pregnant with twin boys, a sign of their renewed love and commitment to each other. As they welcomed their sons into the world, Mamiya was excited. They knew that their family was finally whole again. farmer became a great father to his dear daughter, whom he had never had the time to be with ever since she was born, and also to his new sons, and they lived happily ever after. The moral of this story is that love and forgiveness have the power to heal even the deepest wounds, and that true happiness comes from within, not from fulfilling the expectations of others. Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to Onye Stories and Folktales for more interesting stories. Thank you.